Ravi was a boy born in a small village, where the streets were dusty and life moved slowly. His family didn't have much. His father worked as a daily laborer, earning just enough to put food on the table, and his mother stitched clothes for neighbors to help make ends meet. Money was always tight. Ravi dreamed of going to college and becoming an engineer, but the cost of tuition, money you pay for school, was more than his family could ever afford. Every night, he lay on his thin mattress, staring at the ceiling, imagining himself walking across a stage to receive his degree. The dream seemed impossible, but the spark in his heart refused to die. One day, Ravi overheard a conversation between his parents. "We just can't afford the college fees this year," his father said, his voice heavy with worry. Ravi's heart sank. He felt a mix of sadness, frustration, and fear. What if his dream ended before it even began? But as he sat there, feeling helpless, he realized something important. No one could give him the life he wanted, he had to find a way himself. That was the first lesson he learned: determination could be stronger than money. The next morning, Ravi woke up earlier than usual. While other kids were sleeping or playing, he walked around his village, looking for ways to earn even a little money. He did small jobs, cleaning yards, running errands, delivering newspapers, anything he could find. Every coin he earned, he carefully put into a small tin box under his bed. But the tuition fees were too high, and he knew he needed something bigger, something that could bring in more money. Ravi remembered that his village had a weekly market. People from all around came to buy and sell things. He had seen other kids sell snacks, toys, or handmade items. An idea started forming in his mind. He could make simple items from things he already had: old cloth, leftover wood, and even discarded plastic. He spent nights crafting small toys, colorful keychains, and simple decorations. At first, people didn't pay much attention. Some even laughed at a poor boy trying to sell handmade items. But Ravi didn't give up. He smiled, showed his products proudly, and kept talking to people. Slowly, customers started noticing him, buying small items, and even telling friends about the hard-working boy with big dreams. Months passed, and Ravi's little business grew. He learned to manage money, save carefully, and even bargain with sellers to buy materials at a lower price. Every evening, he counted his earnings and added them to the growing pile of coins in his tin box. But one day, disaster struck. A storm hit the village, destroying many of the items he had made and leaving him almost empty-handed. Ravi could have given up. Many people would have. But instead of losing hope, he looked at what remained and thought, "I will start again. I will not let this stop me." That day, he realized another important lesson: setbacks are not failures, they are lessons to grow stronger. Ravi's determination inspired others. A neighbor offered him some old tools to make toys faster. Another friend gave him leftover beads and thread for keychains. Even the local shopkeeper gave him a small loan, saying, "I see your heart, boy. Work hard, and it will pay off." Every small act of kindness reminded Ravi that people believe in those who believe in themselves. By the time the next school year approached, Ravi had saved a significant amount, but it was still not enough for the full tuition. He refused to be discouraged. He applied for scholarships, special financial help for students who worked hard but didn't have money. Ravi wrote his story honestly, explaining his struggles, dreams, and the work he had done to save money. Weeks later, he received a letter. Tears filled his eyes as he read the words: he had been awarded a scholarship that would cover his college fees. The impossible had become possible, not by luck, but by his determination, creativity, and hard work. Ravi's first day at college was overwhelming. He walked into a world very different from his village: big buildings, hundreds of students, and teachers who had different ways of thinking. But Ravi was not afraid. He remembered every early morning, every long night of work, every small setback he had overcome. He studied hard, helped classmates when he could, and even shared his story to inspire others. Slowly, He became known not just for his talent, but for his resilience, the ability to keep going no matter how hard life gets. One day, during a class discussion, a student laughed and said, "Some people are just lucky. Success is all about luck." Ravi raised his hand, smiled gently, and said, "Luck is only part of it. Determination, creativity, and never giving up, that is what turns dreams into reality. Anyone can start with nothing and achieve something if they refuse to quit." The classroom went silent. Some students nodded, realizing the truth in his words. Years later, Ravi graduated at the top of his class. His parents cried tears of joy, and his village celebrated. But Ravi never forgot the journey, the coins saved in a small tin, the storm that destroyed his handmade toys, the neighbor who believed in him. He realized that the challenges he faced were not obstacles, but teachers, and each step made him stronger, wiser, and more grateful. Ravi's story spread beyond his village. People were inspired by the poor boy who managed to pay his college fees with creativity, courage, and determination. He became a symbol of hope for many, proof that no matter how small you start, with hard work and belief in yourself, dreams can come true. And he always remembered one thing: success is sweetest when it is earned, not given. If you take anything from Ravi's story, remember this: life may not hand you what you want easily, but with determination, creativity, and patience, you can overcome almost any obstacle. Never be afraid to work hard, to start small, and to believe in yourself. Your dreams are worth fighting for, no matter how impossible they may seem today. If Ravi's journey inspired you, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Inspired Journey, for more stories that lift your heart, motivate your mind, and remind you that every challenge can become a stepping stone to your dreams.